this is a very sad story. This is a very, very, very sad story. I've been watching this. I wanted to see what the outcome of it would be. I'm still paying attention to it. So this is not going to be end of it. But I need to bring this to the front of the congregation because my Floridians is crazy, man. My Floridians are crazy. My Floridians, I need to bring y'all to the front. Listen, I ain't even had Brandon Johnson at the forefront of the congregation for the past like 2 days. Nothing this week so far. You ain't heard that song? Ladies, my Mercedes, hold four in the back, two if you fat, get the cat. Y'all know what that is? Maybe I'll have song trivia soon. Anyways, let me bring you up to speed of what's happening over near Orlando, Florida. This is a mother / ex-wife. Well, I'm going to let you see for yourself.
Breaking new details in the case of a missing mother from Winter Springs. Police just released this picture showing Shakira Rucker and her estranged husband together before she disappeared. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but her estranged husband there, Corey Hill, is now a person of interest in this case. This case is spanning 3 cities in 3 separate counties. Investigators are scouring Shakira's apartment in Winter Springs. They've also searched Hill's home in Mount Dora, and now the investigation is focusing on Davenport, where the couple was last spotted together. We have live team coverage for you tonight. We start with Fox 35's Marley Capper live in Winter Springs with the very latest on the investigation. And Marley, this new picture is an important lead for police.
It's definitely important. I mean, it's a grainy photo like you mentioned, but more importantly, this is helping police fill in the gaps of where she was. Now, this was on Saturday night in Davenport, Polk County, and her family says that the woman in this photo is definitely Shakira.
We do not know where she's at.
It's been 5 days since Shakira Rucker was last seen.
All hands on deck. We need everybody.
And the race to find her continues.
Until we find out she's okay, we're going to keep searching, and we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep spreading the message.
The Winter Springs police chief met with the Ruckers, showing them this picture of Shakira and her estranged husband, Corey Hill, in Polk County.
It was a restaurant that they love.
I asked Shakira's mother, Elaine, what it was like seeing this photo. She says it was a weight lifted off her shoulders to be able to see her daughter, but it opened up the floodgate for more unanswered questions.
And so that picture
I'm gonna get there, Centennial G.
shows us that she was in good health at the time.
On Wednesday, police executed search warrants at Shakira's Winter Springs apartment. We saw forensic experts with cameras walking in and out of her home.
We're not giving up. We're pouring everything we can into it, and we're trying to get answers, and we're trying to be optimistic.
So this news story with this man was from 3 days ago. This was from 3 days ago. Finding the footage, seeing what was going on. Everybody was concerned. I seen different clips about she was missing on Instagram. And so the city deployed every resource that they had available in order to find out where this woman was and to see who was with her at the time. And it just so happened to be the gentleman that you see inside of the picture. Let's continue.
Shakira was last seen Saturday night in Polk County with her ex-husband, Corey Hill. He's now the person of interest in her disappearance. Her family reported her missing on Sunday. Shakira was planning on bringing food home to her 4 kids, but never showed up. On Sunday, Hill was arrested, accused of shooting up an ex-girlfriend's home. He's still in jail on attempted murder charges in that case. The biggest strain has been on Shakira's 4 children.
This man right here, let me rewind it, is in jail right now. When she disappeared, he was in jail already being accused of shooting up another ex-girlfriend's home. Let me say that again. The woman that is missing, or the woman that was missing down at the bottom of the screen 3 days ago, this is her ex-husband, who is now in jail accused of shooting up an ex-girlfriend's home. Let's continue.
That case. The biggest strain has been on Shakira's 4 children.
She has a daughter that's out here with us every day trying to figure out just where's mom. And that's the thing that sucks about it. Where is mom? Where is mom?
The Ruckers are adamant that Shakira would not leave her children, and they're begging, they're pleading with anybody that has information to come forward.
Read that shortly, Jamal.
Now, Winter Springs police say that Hill is not talking to them or cooperating in this investigation.
Now, remember, that was 3 days ago. Jamal Fowler, I appreciate it. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Let me bring you up to date of what they just discovered a little bit ago.
We do have a news alert. The search is over for a missing mother of 4. Investigators found the body of Shakira Rucker dead inside an Apopka storage unit. Fox 35's Matt Trezza joining us live from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Matt, such an unfortunate way to end this story. This was a search that spanned multiple counties across Central Florida.
Yeah, this is the outcome that nobody was obviously hoping for in all this. This is the worst possible outcome for the family here. The sheriff's office says that they have informed Rucker's family about finding her body. They've given them the heartbreaking news. We are expecting more details from the sheriff's office sometime today. Now, what we know so far is that Rucker's body was found inside a storage unit at a self-storage business in Apopka. They say someone noticed a bad smell coming from one of the lockers. Deputies responded around 5 p.m. yesterday. They say this has now become a homicide case. Shakira's estranged husband, Corey Hill, has been a person of interest in this case. Rucker, a mother of 4, was last seen with Hill in Polk County November 11th. He was later arrested in a different case a day after she was last seen for allegedly shooting up an ex-girlfriend's house. Police say Hill is refusing to talk with them so far about Rucker's disappearance. Now, deputies haven't given us yet an exact time of when the sheriff is going to be available to talk more about this case, but we are waiting for that, and when we get those details, of course, we will let you know. For now.
So, ladies, before I go over into the next part of this, right? Before I go over into the next part of this, let me make sure I put this up on the screen. Storage locker, woman found. This is her. This is her. Mother of 4. Divorced. Recently was in a relationship with a man that is now under arrest for shooting up an ex-girlfriend's house. Whole family loved, looked for her, last seen with her ex-husband. Only reason that they found her inside of a storage locker, a self-storage unit, was because people that also had storage units reported a strange and foul smell coming from the same place. They found her. Her children are now without a mother and obviously without a father, and every day asking, where is mom? Let me share the final part of this story that I have for you guys, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts.
I want to preface this first by saying Elaine Rucker, Shakira Rucker's mother, is okay tonight. But earlier when I was speaking with her, she fainted mid-interview. After that interview, Clarence Thornton, who's Shakira Rucker's brother, told me it's important for the community to see this reaction because this is the toll it's taking on the family. As strong as they're all trying to remain right now, sometimes he says physically they just can't take anymore.
If you're hearing this, please let us know. Let someone know where she is. It's been 5 days now. Her children needs her. We miss her. We love her.
Elaine, what has your experience with him been like previously? Is this... Overcome with emotion, Elaine Rucker fainting mid-interview after pleading Corey Hill to start cooperating with investigators in the...
This was prior to finding her body inside of a storage locker. Have we lost so much of our humanity to where we don't even care enough about the people that we said that we loved at one point? This woman had 4 children, man. Have we lost our humanity? Look at that man. You know what I see when I see that right there? I see a demon. I see a demon running rampant in our society, controlling people, and then you decide to get in relationships with them. We are a very, very lost people in society. Think about it. The only reason that he's in jail right now is because he got accused of shooting up another woman's house, an ex-girlfriend, meaning that he had got into a relationship with an entirely different woman. He don't care. He ain't cooperating. It don't even matter. There's no way that they could probably tie him to it, even though they know that he probably did it. Evil. And then we have women saying that they don't necessarily need our protection, but they prefer it if we have it to offer. Let me tell you something. Every single day, y'all probably walk past a man or a woman that probably did something that you would find egregious. You've walked past killers, dealers, people that had just did something nasty or egregious. You've probably shaken a hand more than 100 times of people that had just got done doing something very, very nasty, and they never washed their hands. I'm just telling you, man. Listen, be careful of the company that you keep and the people that you are too friendly with and the people you surround yourself. Now is not the time. Now, today in 2023 going into 2024, now is not the time. It's not the time anymore. The time for negotiating with the devil, that's all over now. Can you really think about that? Like, if you really put it in perspective, you walk past, let's say you go out shopping, right? And you probably walk past somebody that took somebody else's life that nobody ever knew that he did it. You probably walk past somebody who, when they go home at night, they looking at something that they're not supposed to look at on the internet. You probably shake the hands of and then give a hug to somebody that got these evil, demonic spirits that's on them every single day. And then you take that and you track it into your home, and then you hug your children, and then your children go off and they have a bad day at school, or they got this negative attitude, and you can't figure it out. You think that it's just because it's a life choice. No, it's because of the company that you keep and the people that you surround yourself with on a regular basis. You know what? One of the wildest things that I had read during the pandemic, it wasn't the pandemic, it wasn't inflation, it wasn't free money and PPP loans. You know what the craziest thing that I had read during the pandemic? One of the craziest things that I had read during the pandemic was that the reason why it was such a bad thing was because the only outlet that most children have in order to save themselves from what it was that they were subjecting themselves to inside of their households was to get out and go to school. It was their only outlet. That the chances of them being touched by somebody inside of their household or being subjected to some kind of abuse or neglect was tenfold during the pandemic than it ever had. They had no outlet. They just had to be subjected to Uncle Freddie or Miss Mabel. And y'all sit here and y'all have a conversation with me and y'all say everybody should have the right to have kids. Or people should have the freedom to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Or women should be able to choose for themselves even though they can't even be able to. They can't identify the eyes of a killer. You can't identify the eyes of a killer. You don't know what the eyes of a killer look like because he blinked too much. He blinked too much. And he going to sit up in front of you. Yeah, and they going to DM y'all and y'all going to meet up with him and y'all going to think that, oh, they so sweet. Oh, they cleaned my car. Oh, they said all of the sweet nothings. They did the thing that for me that no other man has did. And you don't even know that this man is shooting up some other chick's house while he walking you over to the storage locker. It's bad out here, man. It's bad out here. It's bad out here. It's horrible out here. I feel for the family. I pray for the family. There's really no words. Every once in a while, I need to remind y'all of what's happening out here so that y'all be aware of the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis to go down a specific path that may or may not be best for you. Stay up under our covering. Get prayed up. Stay focused. Don't put yourself at a disadvantage or a disposition trying to find love that ain't for you. You're not ready to be out here in these streets. I know a lot of y'all think that y'all ready to be out here in these streets. You're not ready to be out here in these streets. You really not ready. You don't know what the streets got to offer you. When I go outside every day, I seen demons and devils, and I just got to stay girded up. I got to stay girded up. This ain't no place for women. Honestly, this genuinely ain't no place for women. This ain't for y'all. This ain't a place for you, baby. You don't want to be out here in these streets trying to figure it out. Don't y'all know that when y'all go out partying that the devil come out at night and it be dudes that's sitting there praying and waiting, that when you got to have a drink, you got to keep the cap on top of it the whole time. You got to keep your hand on top of the drink, keep a napkin on top of the drink to make sure that nobody roofie you. Don't you know that if you got to go out and then you got to keep your hand over your drink in order to make sure that you don't get roofied, you probably need to go back into the house. Seriously. You probably need to go back into the house. Seriously. It's not safe. It's not safe out here for y'all.